So let us discuss the next topic in our syllabus, correlation. So name itself tells that it is nothing but co-relationship that exists between any two or more variables, especially when we consider bivariate data. What do you mean by bivariate data? You are given with two variables and with equal number of observations on these two. Whenever you are given a bivariate data, those two variables may be related or they may not be related. So let us take some example, like let x be the variable which indicates the incomes of a group of families, and y indicates the expenditure of the corresponding families. So the two variables under study are x and y, where x indicates the income and y indicates the variable expenditure of the corresponding families. Now do you observe any relationship between these two variables? We see that these two variables are related. How? If the income increases, then we observe that the corresponding expenditure also increases. Whenever there is less income, we observe that there is less expenditure of the in the corresponding families. So we see that if these are the two variables, the change in one variable is going to affect the change in the other variable. So whenever we consider two or more variable, if there exists a correlation, what do you mean by co? When we use the word like coordination, okay, cooperation, when we will use these words whenever we have more than two. With single we won't use. We call the co-education colleges. What do you mean by co-education? Where we'll have both boys and girls in that college, means we have a minimum of two categories. Similarly, correlation means whenever we consider two variables, if there exists a relation between those two variables, that is, if one variable changes and we observe the corresponding changes in the other variable also, we call those two are correlated. Means we can define the correlation as the covariation. What do you mean by variation? Changes. The covariation that exists between two interrelated variables of a bivariate distribution. This is nothing but bivariate distribution. Whenever we consider two variables and those two are going to change one in correspondence to the other, if the covariation that exists between two interrelated variables of a bivariate distribution is called correlation. So you can give you'll observe many examples for this. Rainfall, yield are related variables. If the rainfall increases under certain conditions, the yield is going to change. Means these two are related here. We call the relationship between those two as correlation. Similarly, height, weight. If you consider those two variables as height, weight, if height increases, means the changes in height and weight are in a particular proportion, which indicates that these two are related. Similarly, the best example which you can understand, the more hard work you do, okay, the best results you are going to see. Means whenever we have much whenever you put hard work, the results are going to be good. Average hard work means you are going to get average result. So if you consider, this is not the correct one, but even though this comes under qualitative one, whenever you will consider two variables, what do you mean by variables? Variables are nothing but which can be quantitatively measured. All these are qualitatively measured. Rainfall can be measured in either cm or mm. Yield can be measured in tons or anything. So height, centimeters, weight, kilograms. Whichever variables are going to measure quantitatively, we call those as variables. Correlation is nothing but the covariation that exists between two interrelated variables of a bivariate distribution is called correlation. These are the best examples. So what you are going to study under the concept of correlation, once you have identified that those two variables are correlated, your interest from there onwards is nothing but how those two variables are related. Okay, what is the degree of relationship between them? Got it, girls? After knowing the two given variables are correlated, then your job is nothing but how they are correlated and what is the degree of correlation between them. So these two topics we are going to cover in this. So let us see what I mean by how they are correlated. So that is covered under types of correlation. What are the different types of correlation we have? Those are nothing but positive correlation, negative correlation. This positive correlation is also called direct correlation. This is called inverse correlation. So how they are correlated, once you have observed that those two are correlated, your next job is nothing but to find out how they are related. Either they are positively correlated or negatively correlated. The other name for positive correlation is nothing but direct correlation. The other name for negative correlation is nothing but inverse correlation. So when do we say two variables are positively correlated? So how we have defined correlation? Correlation you have defined as the covariation that exists between two interrelated variables of a bivariate distribution. So you have considered two variables x comma y. So if the changes, if x is changed, you should observe the corresponding change in y also. So if x exhibits an increasing trend and y also exhibits an increasing trend, means the changes are in the same direction. We call this as positive correlation. Or in the other way, if x exhibits a downward trend and also the corresponding y exhibits the corresponding downward trend, also means here whatever the changes occurring between x and y, those two are in the same direction. If x is increasing, y is also increasing. If x decreases, y also decreases, which we call as positive correlation. So let us take the example like income and expenditure. Let x indicates the income of persons in a locality. Okay, y indicates the corresponding expenditures of group of persons in a locality. Now, are these two correlated or not? Just now we have observed that these two are correlated. If income is changed, we are observing the change in expenditure also. Clearly these two are correlated. Now we are going to find, we are telling that these two are positively correlated. Yes, these two are positively correlated. Just now as I said, if income is increases, expenditure also increases. Here the changes are in same direction. We can take this as an example for positive correlation. And similarly, we can take that height and weights of a group of persons. Height as one variable x and weight as another variable. If height changes, height increases, the weight also automatically increases. So we see that these two are positively correlated. And also demand comma supply. If there is a more supply, if there is a more demand, I think the supply also increases. If there is a less demand, the supply also decreases. Here these two are also moving in the same direction. These three we can take the examples for positive correlation. What is the next type of correlation? Negative correlation. So this is nothing but the opposite of the above definition, which is nothing but positive correlation. How you have defined the positive correlation? Whenever the two variables are changing in the same direction, we call those two variables are positively correlated. On the other hand, we have considered two variables. If x increases, x is increasing and y is decreasing. So here the changes in the two variables are in opposite direction. Similarly, let us suppose that x is decreasing and we have observed that the corresponding changes are y in upward direction. So if one increases, we observe the corresponding decrease in one variable. If one decreases, we are observing the corresponding increase in the other variables, where this indicates the two variables are negatively correlated. So the examples you can take as volume is, I think, inversely proportional to pressure. Whenever volume increases, pressure decreases, and these two are in physics negatively correlated. Simple example you can take that as supply and prices. So if prices are very high, I think the supply is going to decrease. If prices are low, the supply is going to increase. So we can say that these two are the examples for negative correlation. What we have discussed, what is correlation, what are the types of correlation. Correlation is nothing but the covariation. Covariation means the change in one variable is going to produce some change in the other variable. The covariation that exists between two interrelated variables of a bivariate distribution is called correlation. So the best examples you can take as rainfall, yield, height, weight, supply, demand, supply, price. So after once you have observed that the two variables are correlated, next task is nothing but to find out how they are related and what is the degree of relationship between them. How they are related can be explained by taking types of correlation which we have discussed now, like positive correlation, negative correlation, and some other small definitions are there which are nothing but uncorrelated. When you call the two variables are uncorrelated, if there is no relationship between the two variables, like income of father, as let us take as a variable x, and age of son, or these two variables are correlated, we see clearly that income of father is no way related to the age of son, which indicates that the two variables here are, we call that as, if there is no relationship means we use the term like uncorrelated. This is another one. Similarly, you have small definitions. Let us discuss those also now, which are nothing but simple correlation. What is simple correlation? Simple correlation means the correlation that exists between only two variables. Correlation may not be between two variables, more than between two variables also. Whenever you are considering only two variables and you are observing the relationship between them, we call that as simple correlation. So what do you mean by multiple correlation? Multiple correlation means here you are studying the correlation between more than two variables, that may be 3 or that may be n. Whenever the correlation between two variables, let us take the example like the yield of a crop depends on rain. If you are observing the relation between rainfall and yield, how many variables are there? Only two variables, which comes under simple correlation. If I take that yield not only depends upon rainfall, it also depends upon the fertility of the soil. Also it depends upon the manures or the fertilizers you are supplying, and the temperature, and many more components on which yield depends. Whenever our study is confined only to two variables, we call that as a simple correlation. Whenever the number of variables under correlation is more than two, we call that as simple correlation, multiple correlation, and partial correlation. These are the few definitions of correlation. Now, after this, all this is nothing but how they are correlated. The next one we are going to find out is nothing but degree of correlation. Degree of correlation means once you have identified that those two variables are correlated, then and you have observed that those two are positively or negatively correlated. Always in statistics you should have a numerical measures for that, or whether they are, degree means whether they are highly correlated or whether there exists a low relationship. All those comes under degree. How means types of correlation. Degree of correlation indicates how closely they are correlated, or we can call this as measures of correlation. How do you measure the correlation? Once you have after identifying that two variables are correlated, you should measure the extent of relationship between them, those which we call as measures of correlation. In the first semester you have read skewness, and you have also studied about the measures of skewness, like Bowley's coefficient of skewness and Karl Pearson's coefficient of skewness. So after studying correlation, similarly you should find out you should discuss the measures of correlation also. Basically you have two measures of correlation, which is nothing but scatter diagram method and Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. These are the two measures we have to measure the correlation between any two variables. So let us discuss the first one, which is nothing but scatter diagram. Name itself tells that we are going to represent this measure using a diagram. So in all these we are confined to only bivariate only. Let the data given on two variables be x comma y, and n observations are given to. Let xi comma yi be the data collected on the two variables. Under this measure of correlation, we are going to plot the given data by taking one of the variable on x-axis and other variable on y-axis. You plot the given data on the graph, okay, on the bivariate axis. After plotting this, if you by looking into the graph only, we can conclude about the types of the correlation here. So whenever the points are very close to each other, means if you observe here, these points are close to each other, which indicates that there is a high degree of correlation between them. So I have plotted another set of data where I have observed that the points are very much scattered, very far away from each other, which indicates that there is a low degree of correlation between the two variables. Similarly, after plotting this, if I find that the points are joined by a straight line, we call that as a linear correlation or perfect correlation. If those are not, if I got this in reverse order, we call this as negative. Means for measuring the degree of correlation relationship between those two variables, we use the measures of correlation. We have two measures of correlation. First one is scatter diagram and second one is Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Scatter diagram. Under scatter diagram, we are going to represent the given bivariate data on a bivariate axis by taking one of the variable on x-axis and other variable on y-axis. By using this method, after plotting the given points on the graph, you can arrive to an idea that whether the two variables are highly correlated or they have a low degree of relationship between them. So by observing this method, after studying this method, we observe that it is not what is the drawback? The drawback of this method means it is not giving any numerical value for this. So everything should be numerically measured. What is the distance between these two cities means you should represent that with a number like 200 kilometers or 100 kilometers. We cannot say that by saying these two cities are very far away from each other or they are very near to each other. Even though that gives a rough idea, it doesn't give you complete idea. Similarly, scatter diagram just gives an idea whether they are highly related or they have a low relationship between them. It doesn't give any numerical measure between the two variables. This is the drawback of this method. So the next method, the next one, very well used one, is nothing but Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Thank you.